Just didn't like the fact that the truth was spammed out in the open. But then again, you know, here we are. It's a 22-year-old grown-ass man who baits his fucking audience and makes everybody believe he's gonna quit or he's gonna off himself, and then just comes back like nothing happened. Which you'll see that in the doc as well. Also, Miller, what the hell are you doing here in the comment section? That's a surprise. I didn't expect to see you here. Hold on, let me actually edit this. Should say former, because I'm pretty sure they stopped, but I'm not 100% sure. And what makes this even worse is that during all of this, one of my friends, which I'm going to leave them unnamed because they personally asked me to. I'm going to leave them unnamed because, you know, they don't want to be, you know, dragged into this any further than they already have. One of my friends had seen what was going on, seen how Glitch was targeting me and Star, since, you know, we were still holding them very accountable. What turned into an attempt to defend me and Star turned into a very awkward vent, which later they expressed some discomfort about that, which I completely get it. I'd be uncomfortable with it too. As you can see here, I even questioned what the heck they were doing. But you know, it's a predator who's known to guilt trip, lie, and bait his audiences. So remember the rule channel? I wonder what rules have been broken. 4, 5, and 6 have been broken. Which also, you also remember the third one? No asking if I could make NSFW stuff ill? Well, let's go ahead and do some digging on this one. Oh, look at that. Want to explain to me why you're in a server full of minors? Which is Steve's server, by the way. Want to explain that, Glitch? For somebody who claims to not like NSFW, you're in there. And it gets even better because whenever the first time I re-heard about this person, because I will let y'all know now, I used to be friends with Glitch until they started the fake depression and the faking sadness and the fake quitting. Which is what got me to basically cut my ties and kind of ignore them. I had 2 other friends who used to be friends with them until they heard about some rather messed up allegations that Glitch apparently wanted to date a 15-year-old. Now, whether these allegations are true or not, I'm not fully certain, as it didn't come from a reliable source anyway. Greg Law, who's another liar, by the way. But moving forward, there were some very concerning allegations about Glitch. So, keep that in mind. Also, there was someone who said that they didn't like NSFW. Explain this then. Because, clearly you do, and you just don't want to admit it. And unfortunately, the NSFW and the lies don't end here, ladies and gentlemen. It don't. As if we take a look into the doc, which we will be doing here very shortly, you will see a lot more of these heinous actions. So, stay tuned. Also, I know this was made by you because 1, it's your art style, and 2, Adam told me you created this. Which is another ex-friend of theirs, by the way. So, try lying about that one there, Glitch. Anyways, hang tight and we shall go to the doc. So, if in case you guys were wondering if I was joking about the doc, well, now you know I'm not. So, like I said before, there might be some triggers. I will definitely probably put a trigger warning in the description as well as in the headline because, you know, some pretty messed up stuff takes place. So here we have a guilt-tripping post. Another one. Cherry FNF or hold on, let me reread that. I screwed up the name. Cherry FNF Cute GF. Oh wait, I forgot you were associated with that prud. Alex YouTube, Unikitty Princess, Sozy and Chezzy, I think is how you say that name. I can't be for certain. Oh look, it's a Night Course cameo. Should I just give up on my channel, or should I retire from this in my life? I just can't have the good holiday spirit anymore. I'm sorry, funky bestie and sis and bros. Let's see what the photo is. Man, if you don't get this depressed GF out of my fucking face. No, genuinely, what is this shit, bro? Like, I'm sorry, I'm gonna be so for real. You're 22 years of age, and the fact that you think it's okay to bait your audience into thinking you're gonna quit, or that you're gonna off yourself, which, by the way, if you're gonna try to sit there and deny it, let's look at this post right down here. Which, I'm not reading this one because of how, you know, excessive it is, but the fact that you're over here saying things like maybe you should off yourself for an electric, oh god, that's why would you even think to say these things? That's not okay. Also, oh, okay, I know who that is. Never mind. Let's see how they respond to the comments. You should take some rest. No. Ah! I almost went off. Sorry about that. I'm just worried about you. How are you, though? Nobody cares about me. Not even you or them. Or them. I know done for everything I haven't had. What are you saying? Wait, hold on. Pause. What is this? Marina XML, aka as in Marina Sour. Is that you? Oh my jeez. Gang, we just discovered a previous relationship, possibly. Looks like Glitch has decided to bang with a predator. Interesting! Yet, kinda gross. What the fuck? Which Marina was also part of that Steve server, too. I don't know if y'all knew that or not. Which I'm sure most of y'all probably did, because, you know, that got leaked out real quick. And then here we go. Oh, look, here we go. Again, another suicide bait. A suicide bait. The fact that you find it okay to, like, do your audience like this is baffling. Like, I've never in my life seen a 22-year-old pull the shit you've been pulling. But the chaos doesn't stop there, as we're about to get into the more disturbing topic. Oh, look! The tags from the NSFW roles. NSFW Master and the I'm not reading that. You get the point. And also, you want to say that you haven't exposed kids to NSFW? Yeah, you did. Considering this image wouldn't be here. And what's even worse is that on your Twitter page, you got plenty more on there that's not even privated. Like, if you're gonna, like, do that shit, private it. So, you know, you don't traumatize people. And you don't, you know, disturb people. Because I'm gonna be real, there are kids on Twitter for some reason. I don't know why. I'm sure there's probably a couple kids who are on Twitter and do have Twitter that don't need to be seeing this type of shit. But yeah, you've got a lot of Gotcha Life NSFW on there that's public for basically everyone to see. How shameless and deprived do you gotta be to pull that? Not everybody is into seeing that type of shit. The fact that you even deem that okay is disgusting to me. It's even worse, honestly, that you think pulling all these stunts is okay, when genuinely it's not. But that's pretty much the main gist on GlitchFunkin Legends and their heinous actions. If I missed any plot holes or if anything was also, forgotten, please let me know. I'm also going to go ahead and dive deep into how I know this person, as I used to be friends with this guy for a little while, because two of my other friends, yeah, they would still be friends, technically. Knight and Adam, Adam is, I don't know. I don't know how to explain that relationship, okay? It's one of those weird friendships, I guess. The kind of friendship that's, distant, if you will. That's the best way I can word that. But Knight, Adam, and I used to be friends with Glitch until we found out. Apparently, I think it was at one point Glitch lied about their gender. And then we had discovered them in a server with a bunch of kids. We weren't really for certain what server it was. But those two specifically parted ways with Glitch because they found out about a rumor that Glitch wanted to date a 15-year-old. I only parted my ways because, I wasn't okay with the false depression, the guilt baiting, all that shit. I was not down for that. And what makes this completely worse is that I'm gonna be completely real when I say this, and this is gonna probably sound cynical, I guess. I could be using the wrong term, so forgive me for that. But I don't see Glitch ever changing their ways. I genuinely don't. But I think that will do for this video. If you guys enjoyed this little exposed video, be sure to tell me in the comments. If there's anything I can improve on, let me know. But that is basically the gist of everything. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the exposing video of GlitchFunkin Legends' heinous actions.